Hi everyone, welcome back to another video and welcome to a very highly anticipated model that's come out, certainly for myself. Yeah, it's the new Scotrail HST Class 43 that Hornby have just very kindly released. We've got the box here, which I'll just quickly show you through. We've got the nice image of the two power cars. This is only the power car set, the coaches are coming out later in the year. So we've got the nice image on the front there of the two power cars. We've got the image on the top section there of them back to back, and we've got some, well, a very hefty amount of detail on the back here, starting all the way from the original development of the Class 43 in the 1970s, all the way up to the transformation of the GWR stock that has now become well, members of Scotrail's fleet and converted into this new Scotrail livery. In terms of the box itself, it is just the standard box that you get with most HSTs, well, near enough all HSTs for that matter. You just have the nice polystyrene box with this cardboard flap on the top. We've got the instruction manual here, which is very, very simple for the Class 43s. There's not very much you have to do, just a little bit of oiling, and then talking about how you can remove this this top sort of shell. This whole body comes off as a shell off the lower chassis, and that's how you access the DCC sockets, where you can fit, well, it comes as DCC ready as standard, so you can take that plug out and put in a DCC fitted or a DCC sound decoder if you wish, which I will hopefully be doing at some point. And then the only little extras you get in the box are these little couplings for behind each power car there on the little beam just above the NEM coupling. So moving on to the actual power cars themselves, as I'm sure most of you are wanting, we'll start front to back and just work our way through. So we've got, it is very old GWR or First Great Western, I guess, on the front. The older HSTs for GWR had this yellow section down here to this to the light bar there, whereas when they updated them and turned them into the green livery, that yellow went down as a solid stripe all the way to the bottom there. So it's more like the First Great Western livery in terms of the front. We've got working lights on either side, which change depending on the direction you're going. We've got the number of the loco, or the power car I should say, underneath on the bottom sort of slope of the front there. We've got this nice grating also between the two sets of lights. We've got some separately fitted detail there with the window wiper on both of them. We've got a nice amount of cab detail, you can just about see from this sort of angle here. A lot of switches and dials and the driver's seat in there, and that's on both of them as well. We've got the number just below this side window on both of them, so the actual driving car, yeah, this is the power car here, is number 43183, and the dummy car that goes at the back is number 43033. We've also got working doors here, which you can hopefully see. They're sprung, so you can move them in and out, and they work on both sides and on both power cars. We've got some nice separately painted handrails and door handles on the cab there. We've got the orange pinstriping, which just loops around the top of each power car there, with this black stripe that follows up from the windscreen and then into the top section here, where we have the cowling, sort of synonymous to those GWR power cars. And well, these have the cowling and then the exhaust sort of up on the top there, whereas the top of the Virgin or LNER power cars, which I've got around the back there, they're just completely flat on the top. They don't have this extra fitted cowling. To be honest, being completely honest with you, I don't know what the difference is, but I'm sure someone will know and let me know in the comments. Moving back then, we've got this very iconic and personally, in my opinion, pretty stunning new Scotrail livery for the HSTs. It's slightly different to this normal Scotrail livery that we see on most of the other Scotrail fleet, but we've got lots of imagery here of famous Scottish landmarks dotted along the side of each power car here, starting from the darker shade of blue and then moving more to lighter shades as the rest of the power car turns into this more lighter blue that follows down into the coaches, which will hopefully be coming out soon. And then we've got the Inter 7 City logo written there, and the Scotrail one written down there in the opposite corner down at the front there. Moving back, we've got the gratings on the side there and on the top where you can see the fans. We've got some more roof detail, and then we've got this rear door at the back here. These ones aren't sprung, but there's two on each side that also have a separately fitted handrail and lots of other little details. Like you can see a lot of riveting and stuff that has been added on there. In terms of the undercarriage, very plain, all black, but nonetheless there's a lot of detail under there. Lots of little bits of detail on the bogies and the undercarriage of the sort of wheel assembly there, as well as around near the fuel tanks as well, between those two bogies. And then this sort of last third of the roof then becomes more a similar sort of pattern to the sort of top of the Mark III coaches, with these sort of slats running along the top of it there. And then the back of the power cars themselves are all black, with the rear door there with a nice little window in, some hazard stickers, and down at the bottom we have the coupling. So overall they're both pretty stunning, I would say, out the box. They've got a nice gloss finish. I'm hoping this can come up on camera. The Virgin HST at the back there does not have that sort of finish from what I can tell. It's more of a matte finish, but we're certainly seeing Hornby release more and more stuff in this more glossy, more realistic finish like you see in real life. I think it started more with the GWR HSTs and the GWR items that they start to bring out. So I'm really pleased that they've started to bring it out on some other stuff as well. So hopefully that can come up on camera. The sort of livery itself has been applied very well. I'm really pleased with all of that. There's lots of little wording and little detailed sort of stickers that you can read all the words perfectly, even though they're tiny. And yeah, I can't really fault it, to be honest. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick little look at these power cars. I don't really think there's any more to add, but hopefully the overlaid shots you've seen have shown you the detail and the quality of this item as a whole. But yeah, I think I'm going to put some old First Great Western coaches between the two of them, as you still see them running those on the main line at the moment. They haven't converted all the stock yet to the new Scotrail livery, so I'll put some of those in between them and we'll give it a run around the layout and see how it looks. So hope you enjoyed, and I hope you look forward to seeing this short running session.